I'm Lonnie with Untitled Nerd Network here with
Eevee Galore.
yes, Eevee Galore. And we have very special guest. This is the kickoff of our 2 year anniversary. Today is this right here. This show is the official kickoff. Tomorrow is the official 2 years, but today we're celebrating early, like a birthday. We are here with special guest, very special guest, Foxy Freak Cosplay. Say hello.
Hi guys.
Now, I have to say, I went through a ton of effort tracking her down. For some reason, well, I mean, you haven't really been active over the last year, correct?
Correct.
So maybe that was the reason. But I was. I'm dressed up as Hank Hill today, by the way. If anybody's like, everybody's been asking, and I was like, okay, for our 2 years, I'll dress up as Hank Hill, just because everybody says I sound like him, whatever. So here I am, playing to everybody's wants and needs. But yeah, I had tried. You hadn't really been active, and for whatever reason, that made you very hard to track down on Facebook because your page was still there, but you hadn't been using it. And you were our very first Untitled Nerd Girl of the Week back in like the summer of 2015.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and you, I mean, we were like a whole different crew then. I'm actually the only holdover now, the only one left from the original crew of three. And we were just absolutely fascinated by the picture. And if anybody's watching, you can actually see the picture up on the upper right hand corner of her with that's the original posting, the photo that we did. Oh, congratulations, Foxy Freak Cosplay, our first ever Untitled Nerd Girl of the Week. And you were there in, I'm not familiar with the outfit. I don't know if it was just something generic or you were going for a certain character, but you were holding an owl.
Yep.
And can you tell us the story on that? Because it's been 2 years since I've heard it, but to this day it fascinates me.
Well, it was my very first Renaissance, and I was really into the whole fairy theme, so I created my very own fairy outfit. And I went to a Renaissance where they actually had a bird show there called the Birds of Prey, and they find endangered animals and they take them in, they help them rehabilitate them, and then they send them back into the wild. Well, one of their mascots is this owl that people can hold him and take pictures with him, take videos with him, and I was just absolutely fascinated with this owl, and I don't remember its name. But my friend at the time took a picture of it, and I just absolutely loved holding it. And actually, I'm still in contact with the people of Birds of Prey, and sometime this summer, I'm going to be contacting them and doing a cosplay photo shoot with them. I don't know what photo shoot or cosplay yet, but it's going to be taking place sometime this summer.
I love it. Like, I really can't wait to see that. And you're going to be doing like full on cosplay and everything with that.
That is correct.
Oh, is that going to be like your foray back into cosplay, or have you been doing it kind of under the radar for the last year?
I've been doing it a little bit under the radar. I've been busy in the process of just life and moving different places, so I haven't really been able to do anything new. The only newest thing that I was able to do was a Viking version of Little Red Riding Hood, but it's called Little Red Raiding Wolf, and it's just Little Red Riding Hood killing the wolf and then wearing the headdress as its
Jesus.
hat.
That seems like that's right up your alley.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Now, I got to ask. Now, the first time we interviewed you, we were like just fascinated over this owl here. And there were two of us, me included, that said, even if hell froze over, I would not hold that owl because I honestly thought, because like those freaking birds can smell fear.
Yeah, I read they are, they're like, oh, they're so cute, but someone's like, they're like a flying cat pillow with seething rage.
Yeah. But the thing's like, look at it. It's like evil incarnate. But I'll tell you, like, because there were three of us doing this interview with her. one guy was like, "What's the big deal? Hold
Yeah.
the owl. You know, you've got like what's
The glove.
the glove, the cover that keeps it from like being able to." But I'm like, you're not wearing goggles. Those things go for the eyes. And like me and the other guy were like, no way. There is no way. Now I have to know you, Eevee. Would you hold the owl?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, because I love owls.
Is it like a kindred
I
spirit?
love owls. They're like, people like saying they're flying cats, but I love cats. So
Well, I love
bring
cats.
It on.
I love cats, but there is no way I would hold one of them.
Oh yeah, my favorite flying animal period is a barn owl.
Ugh,
I want one so bad.
I guess.
I want an army of owls.
That is the thing
But
of nightmares.
I'm afraid if they would kill my cat.
The thing they would because they're evil creatures. Now, did you do any other like posing with any other animals, or was the owl just like the main one?
Well, for exotic animals, the owl would be the main one. The next animals I had posed with would have been horses and a dog. There was actually, I was contacting someone a year ago, but it never panned out. I was going to see if I could contact one and contact someone who does exotic animals, and you can rent an exotic animal and do a photo shoot with them. And I was hoping to either do Jasmine and a tiger or Murda and a bear, but again, life got in the way. It wasn't able to happen, but it's still on my bucket list to do eventually. I will say though that I didn't shoot, but I was photographing one of my friends who's also a cosplayer. We flew to New Mexico for a weekend to the Ramada Wolf Resort, and I photographed him surrounded by real wolves in his wolf leather armor.
That sounds like something you'd be into because
yeah.
you've got the husky.
I do. I have a husky, I have a 10-pound bunny, and a Maine Coon cat.
Wow. Now, do you have any pets, Foxy?
Yep, I have one cat and I have one dog.
What kind of cat?
I have a munchkin.
Aww. Did you name it?
Sure.
Did you name it Tyrion?
No, his name's Chi.
That's even better. I love it.
I named him after an anime cat.
Aww. Which
See,
anime?
Which anime?
Oh, it's called Chi's Adventures. It's literally just a really stupid 5-minute web series of this little kitten that goes on adventures, and it's named Chi.
Wow. You never seen that?
No.
You seem like the anime type.
I know. I'm a huge anime fan.
It was like whenever Tiffany did stuff with me, somebody would mention anime, and I'd be like, well, I would just walk off, and they would just start going back and forth about anime. I was like, oh. Like, I've watched maybe, the first season of Pokemon. And so I literally just watched the first season of Pokemon, wrapped it up about 2 weeks ago. Because I didn't watch it as a kid, and it was on Netflix, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna watch this. And then I've made it to the part of Attack on Titan where they introduced the female Titan.
See, I am really old school when it comes to anime. I remember watching Ninja Scroll and Fist of the North Star on VHS.
Wow, that is old school if you watch it on VHS. What do you enjoy, Foxy, anime-wise?
Oh, man. Where is
Oh,
it?
that is a loaded question. I shouldn't have asked it. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, one of the recent animes I saw, at least one that I could remember, was an anime called Erased, Nanabaka, Kiss Them, Not Me, Snow White with Red Hair, Grimgar, just to name a few.
It's like everything, like a library. Do you have a big DVD collection of anime?
I actually do. I have an entire wall.
God almighty. I don't even have a wall of...
Just regular DVDs.
No.
I have one section directly for just regular movies, and then I have another section that's my wall of all just DVDs of anime and TV shows and whatnot.
What's the first anime that got you into anime?
Naruto.
What? See, now look, I follow anime Facebook pages just to, because that's like our demographic. That's who we go for. Anime fans, comic book fans, movie fans, stuff like that. And for some reason, that anime catches so much crap. Why? Can anybody explain it to me?
I
It's
think
hard to,
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that there's like so much going on in that story, and I don't know. I enjoyed it. And I'm an old anime fan, but
I'm assuming you enjoyed it too, Foxy, otherwise it wouldn't have got you into.
yeah. The reason how I got into it, because I remember it was around Christmas time, and I was really obsessed with this one orchestra of Carol of the Bells, the rock and roll version of it with the electric guitar and whatnot. And I was just trying to find a really good song of it, and it had an AMV of Naruto playing that song, the character Gaara. And I got so hooked on it, and I'm mad at myself because like, oh, this is so cool. Is this like Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z? And now I'm like kicking myself like, why? But no, I found out it was about Naruto instead of the other character, and that's how I got hooked. I just started watching it from the beginning to the fillers, basically. Then I kind of stopped watching it there, and I got into other animes.
I'm in the process right now of sharing our interview so people can come on and watch it live from the Facebook page.
I think
Keep
it
in
gets a
mind-
lot of crap because it's so good. Like, I don't know, there's gonna be haters everywhere. and
I didn't actually stop to consider that because pretty much anything that's really good, like and has a strong hardcore
Yeah.
following, there's gonna be that
It's-
really toxic group.
It's
that
like
just,
Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's got so many fans, but then there's so many jokes about it too.
So true. So
Yeah.
true.
like what I really hate is the I want to call it the elitist anime people. The people that's like, oh, you're an anime fan? Well, name something other than Bleach, Pokemon, Attack on Titan, and one other. Like just because of you watch a certain show, oh, you don't watch any of the obscure stuff, you're not a real fan. That kind of thing. That irritates the crap out of me.
Yeah, me too.
It's like, like if you can't be a Marvel fan if you don't read the comics.
Yeah.
Like you could be a Marvel fan just watching the movies.
Yep.
You're still a Marvel fan. You don't have to read the comics. Like I read the comics, but I'm not gonna diss somebody who's never picked up a comic. That's how
Yeah.
you alienate people.
Yep.
And make it to where they never do pick up a comic
Exactly.
because they don't want to be part of that group of pricks who put everybody down.
It's like I had a friend that she's younger than me and she's never watched any of the old animes, but instead of being like, oh, you don't know the old good stuff, I sat her down and I was like, let's watch the movies together.
Yeah.
And I introduced her to like Vampire Hunter D, and it blew her mind.
Never seen it, but I had cousins who were really big on that. Now I have to ask Foxy, do you have anything planned as far as like events coming up, or are you just kind of taking it slow right now?
Well, my next event that I'm gonna try to make it to is Comic Con in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Otherwise, NEPCON of Omaha, Nebraska, I plan on attending to. There might be another one in Kansas City, but sometime in September, but I honestly don't remember what it's called right now.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're like local to the Midwest then.
Yes, definitely. It's local to the Midwest area.
Okay, so hey, we got people all over. Like we're in the Southeast, Midwest. Never mind, we don't have a guest on the next show. Well, I just made us look horrible. Anyway, let's see, what else am I shooting for? I want to go back to the owl. I really do, because I'm telling you, whenever we first did our first, like I think she was our first interview. I'm almost positive, like you were the first person we ever had on, because I was like, I came up with the Nerd Girl competition, and this was back when, like right now we're at 12,000 fans and change.
Wow.
Back then was like 300
Yeah.
at this point, and I was like, I said cosplay is the way to go. This is the way we're going to gain fans. This is going to be entertaining to us.
Yeah.
Because we get to see all these people, and I bet over the last 2 years I have met and talked to and featured 1,000 cosplayers.
Yeah.
Between like,
Wow.
yeah, between like meeting them at Conuga, between getting messages, featuring people. I mean, we feature a different cosplayer every day now. And back when, I think you were one of what, maybe 3 people who entered the contest, and we didn't even have enough people on our page to like vote. And so I was like, we're just going to pick the best one.
Yeah.
And then her outfit at like, the Renaissance Fair with the owl and everything, I was like, you know what? She has the coolest prop I've ever seen.
The
She
owl.
wins, hands
Wow.
down. And so, if you ever run into that owl, you can thank him for being a big part of that victory.
I will do that. I'll even do a little shout out to you guys when I see him again.
Aw.
Also, oh, you think you'll actually see the same owl again?
I believe so. He's the mascot for the Birds of Prey. At least that's what I was told by the person who's in charge of it.
What's
Oh
his
my-
name? What's the owl's name?
I don't remember.
We'll just call him mascot.
Yes. Oh God. I tell you, if you run into this owl again, I want another picture of the owl. Like please.
All right, will
let's
do.
Yeah, let's work that out, because that really, I don't like, that owl was almost our mascot for like a month, until we got busy and started doing everything. But I absolutely love that thing, and it.
Would you hold him though?
No. I can't do it. I really like.
Just wear goggles.
Oh, no. I have to ask Foxy, and forgive me if I've already asked this interview, but my mind keeps going back to it. Were you nervous at all picking him up?
Do I need what now?
Were you nervous at all holding the bird in your arm?
Oh, not at all. I was actually quite anxious for it. I wanted to take it home with me.
How did my tiny brain is not comprehending how you were not deathly scared of this vicious predator on your arm.
It's a baby.
Was the owl full grown, or is that as big as it gets, or?
Oh no, it definitely got bigger.
Oh, God help us all. And she's gonna hold him again.
I would definitely hold it again.
I'd smooch
Actually,
it.
I feel bad because I was told this and I don't remember, but that type of owl actually hunts larger prey, like wolves and stuff. It's a wolf-eating owl, and how it hunts its prey is that it'll swoop down, and its talons will come out, and it'll scratch the back of the wolf and let it bleed out, and then once it bleeds out, then it'll go in for the kill.
That's a horned owl, correct?
There we go. Thank you.
I love owls.
Like really, I have nothing. I got nothing. I'm an owl that kills other vicious predators. I got nothing. That's because I'll tell you a story. Now, this was during last summer, about a year ago, and it was when I worked night shift, and so at night was when I did my laundry, because we had a laundry room that you had to go to in our apartment complex, because we didn't have washer dryer hookups. So I would go back and forth at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning doing laundry, and as I'm walking back, I just so happened to look up on the power line, and I promise you there is an owl sitting on the power line like the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. I mean, this thing is huge, and he's just sitting there, like looking, not even moving, just looking. And I immediately crapped my pants and took off running. And even a year and a half after this, I thought back to that freaking owl. I was like, it's here to get me, it's here to take me away. It was crazy. But yeah, I mean, I want to reiterate, Fox, we really appreciate you coming on. It was very difficult finding you. I don't even know how it happened, but oh yeah, I know. I had actually like Facebook searched your name for like the 10th time, because I had just about given up. But I was like, I'm really gonna dig deep this time. And so someone that you had posed with, uh, I found a photo of you where you had been tagged, but I couldn't pull the tag up for some reason. But it was with him, and I was like, you know what, I bet this guy knows how to find her. And so I sent him a message. I was like, hey, I need to find her. I was like, I promise I'm not some kind of weird guy from, the underworld trying to track down a victim. I was like, I need to find her. I was like, she was our first featured cosplayer on our page 2 years ago, and I really want to book her before the 1st of May. And of course, as Facebook is, I didn't know the guy, and so it took him like 3 weeks to see my message. And finally, he saw it, and I got a notification that he saw it. And I was like, yes. And he's like, yeah, I know her. She hadn't really been active lately, but I'll tell her, and then about a week later, here we are.
Yay.
So, yeah, I was extremely excited to be able to find you. Like, if it makes you feel any better, you were our like top most wanted guest on like the entire thing. So
Aww.
it was. I mean, we're interviewing a lot of established people over the next couple of weeks. We're even interviewing real life Peter Griffin next week. And
Oh wow.
more than anything, I wanted to get you on here because you were where it started. You were the very first cosplayer ever featured on our page. Like, you were the first of like 1,000. So here we are. It's come full circle, and I am extremely happy, and I appreciate you coming on and talking to us.
Aw, I'm honored to be on the show.
Because we have grown since the last time you were on here, and like we've even got an awesome sponsor with Infinity Flux, and matter of fact, they're in the process right now of remodeling the comic side, and everybody's like walking around. Like, some of their new comics are on one side of the building, and with the games and everything, and then the back issue comics are where we film, and they're in the process of consolidating all the comics over here, and hoping to have that done by next week. So big shout out to them for letting us come over here and film and get in their way.
Like I'm getting in your way.
But anyway, also thanks to Eevee for coming on and kind of being a part-time co-host and everything.
So thank you for having me.
Helping me out when needed. And
I tried.
yeah, we're going to be back on live here in about 20 minutes at 6 p.m. doing a complete retrospective of Untitled Nerd Network, even back when we were Untitled Nerd Podcast, and when we featured Foxy here. And we did a lot of stuff. I'm basically going to sit down with you and new co-host Julie and talk about the history of the page, the ups and downs, and the controversies, and all the hot little morsels of gossip that we had. And not going to name any names. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. We're not going to be too controversial because it's still kind of a sore spot for some people that I've formerly worked with. So I'm not going to be naming anybody, but I'm going to tell the full story of the page, the brand, the YouTube channel, and everything. So once again, thank you, Foxy, for coming on.
Thank you.
And
Of course, thank you guys for having me.
Oh, I just want to say your Maleficent is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you so much. It's one of my favorites.
The wings are amazing. Did you make those from?
No, I got them from a cosplay shop called Fancy Feathers.
Mhm.
I think. I don't remember. I'm terrible at remembering things. I really am. I need to get better at that.
Okay. Well, awesome. We will definitely be keeping track of you. Now that I have you, like the page has liked you, and we're, I know where you're at now. And
Now that you can find me, you don't have to keep stalking me.
yeah. We are definitely gonna.
We're gonna keep stalking.
Yeah, we're gonna keep stalking. We're gonna have you on the list, and you should probably at least be prepared to hear from us every May. Because
All right, sounds good to me. I'll hopefully have more stuff on my cosplay page by then.
Oh yeah, I hope you do, because I will say you are a talent. You have excellent work, and I think the cosplay world is worse off not having you a part of it. Just saying.
Aww.
I love your Laura Croft too.
Thank you! My
Yeah,
goodness!
Laura Croft goes way, way back for me. She was probably, her and Sailor Moon were like my two female characters that I wanted to be.
Can I just tell you you're my favorite person right now, because I can't tell you how many times I would go to a convention cosplaying Laura Croft, all up in her bloody gear and everything, and someone come to me and be like, "Hey, I love your Katniss Everdeen," and I just wanted to hit them in the face.
Oh,
Like,
even
no,
I
I'm
know
not
Laura
from the Hunger
Croft.
Games.
I mean, I appreciate
Oh,
Katniss
shoot with my
Everdeen.
bow.
But yeah, I mean, I appreciate Katniss and for everything that she is,
But Laura's cooler.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not.
What made it?
I
What
don't
made
have.
it worse was I had a friend with me, and she was actually cosplaying up as Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games, and I was cosplaying up as Laura Croft, and they both thought we were Katniss.
What?
Yep.
I don't see
I
how.
know.
It's the braid and the
Yeah,
bow and arrow and stuff, and
either that or somebody just never played Tomb Raider.
I
Yeah,
need to add more. Need to add more weapons to my belt.
there we go.
I remember watching my
More
brother.
More prop.
I remember watching my brother play Laura Croft when I was like 6 or 7, and because of Laura Croft, that piqued my interest in history, and I wanted to be an archaeologist when I was like 6 or 7.
Cool. How'd that
That
turn
is
out?
actually really cool.
How'd that turn out? I became a burlesque performer instead.
You could actually
That's
do
pretty
both.
cool.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can you can volunteer for archaeology, but you can't like.
Make a living.
It's really, really hard to make a living off of it because you live off grants, and I'm like, I can't live like that because, you know, I'd be broke all the time.
I'm not
so-
good enough at marketing myself out to people to get grants like that.
Exactly. I mean,
I'll be like-
I'm not either, so I'm like, nah, that's a
'cause,
rough
like-
life. But I would love to volunteer and help out.
Oh yeah, because I mean, like
Okay.
the extent of my marketing for Untitled Nerd Network is, "Hi, I'm Lonnie. Give us money." That doesn't work for some reason. I haven't quite figured it out. But anyway, thank you, Foxy Freak Cosplay, for joining us. We're going to go ahead and wrap up, and stay on with us for just a second after we wrap the live feed, and we'll kind of have some final words and everything. So,
All right, sounds good to me.
all right. Anyway, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Eevee Galore.
And we are Untitled Nerd Network. This has been UNN Live, proudly sponsored by Infinity Flux. So thank you to our super fan, Neo Beowulf, for supplying us with those new graphics and kind of the new altered logos and everything. I like that little lightning bolt up the side, and that whole little layout. That was him. He did that for us for our live streams, and I don't know how in the world I got to the point where somebody found us online and was like, "Hey, I want to do free graphics for them," but it happened. So big shout out to him. We're going to be back 6, maybe a little bit later than 6, depending on when Julie gets here. And anyway, this has been Untitled Nerd Network Live with special guest, our first ever Untitled Nerd Girl of the Week, Foxy Freak Cosplay. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.